Hello everyone, my name is Khirin Srisupap. I study master degree in Information Technology Management Division, Faculty of Engineering at Mahidol University, Thailand. My advisor is Assistant Professor Suprapon Getisin and Tiraya Mayakut. Today I would like to present my thesis is a model for distance learning enhancing with esports and psychoeducation. This page is I would like to present agenda. I have 4 sections. Section 1, Introduction. Introduction includes background, objective, scope of work, and expectation of study. Section 2, Literature Review. I will summary about paper I have reviewed have for scope esports technology for running theory, and evaluate method. Section 3 is methodology include model design and evaluate. And last one, result and finally discussion. Next slide. This about introduction. Online education, often known as teleeducation or distance learning, has been utilized in the education business for many years to enable study in remote regions to study. Additionally, given the COVID-19 scenario, online education is an important alternative. Traditional education takes place a premium on instructors able students. Is primarily one-way communication, which not ideal for online learning may have more substantial influence and inequality among learners. The study discovered that online learning is less beneficial for study. For example, if the atmosphere is not conducive to learning, such as social media, the focus and attention will be impaired. Communication between teacher and study and students is necessary to be effective in the learning process. Right? There is this objective and scope of work. This research focus on designing a study models based on the critical factors of esports and learning theory. The study doesn't involve esports application or gaming development, and the researcher proved the acceptability and correctness of the proposed model, which is the preliminary result. That is overview. I have both sections. Esport, I study about the difference of esport factor related to esport and the application of esport. Next, technology for learning to learn about the appropriate method for applying. And next, psychological learning theory. I study about to make education management more effective. And last one, evaluate method, find a way to assess the appropriateness of this research. This page review esports. After reading esports related esports are discovered to be defined in a variety of ways, both sport and not sports. The benefits of esports have been adopted by the researcher and used in their work. The following are some of the factors that have been discovered to be important to esports success. For example, pay, organization, competitive skill, physical. Next slide. This slide is technology for learning. Show difference between e-learning, online learning, and distance learning. E-learning is not just a process of learning. E-learning represents the chain of knowledge, experience, and online learning. There are many details that overlap with the other method. Online learning as the rest access to internet-based learning. And online learning is also create a learning style that is feasible to study and can interact with the broadcast. And last one, distance learning. Distance learning has a new media and experience to help spread learning opportunity. And distance learning focus is limitation associated with distance. Learning have more technology for support distance learning. Next, this slide about learning theory. The researcher summary the cognitive learning that's because the cognitive learning focus on cognitive process or idea. This group has expanded the scope of behavioral learning to the thought process, which is a process within the brain. Their theory believes that human learning is not method of behavioral theory or stimulus response process. Human learning is complex. Learning is the cognitive process of human being in order to build self-awareness. Next slide. Slides talk about research method. Uh, the researcher has conducted a literature review on Esports to design a new teaching approach. The subjective interpretations are based on a variety of user ideas. In this aspect, focus exclusively on Esports. Esports is a technology-based sport. It enables players to gain additional soft skills and may incorporate that principle into teaching and learning. Esports will undoubtedly assist in develop features in the education as well as. In addition to improving soft skill, learners also have enjoyment and class engagement. It can solve distance learning problems, procrastination, inability to stay focused, and low social interaction. The researchers summarized its broad benefit into 9 factors. Follow the picture. Yes. Right, the researcher prefer guided theory with incorporate mindfulness. Guided proposed that cognitive learning activity may be hierarchy classified. The hierarchy proposed is to denote the criteria that must be met in order to allow learning at its level. Uh, Determined by review the learning tasks, training skill, and characterization. The learning hierarchy serves as the foundation for both teaching and learning. Theory have 9 steps. Follow the picture. Guided learning centric methodology maps our goal to provide quality distance education. The theory is also a synthesis of several approaches to define cognitive to learning. When we consider the Esports perspective, guided is the exact method of motivation to the problem-solving skill. Its process includes preparing, practicing, assessing, and transferring knowledge with Esports alignment. This, according to the Esports factor and the guided theory, the researcher applied the principle and integrate the learning model. Next slide. The study presents detail and example of the proposed process model that researchers have taken. The guide as a model for managing learning system and consolidate The Esports key factor to game pattern. The activity and process were fabricated as the model. Describe that activity and workflow or distance learning according to Gaye. It begins with study participation to set the learning goals together. The teacher plays the role of the instructor and coach. The communication is open session to discuss among class members. The technology gives an interactive social media tool. The lesson pattern should be competitive game and score dashboard is useful for stimulation and self-awareness. To achieve the mission required, the problem-solving are team building which are the esports dominate. The final process is to summarize the new knowledge, skill, and experience by sharing of opinion. Next. This page shows about questionnaire. The researcher created a survey questionnaire for feasibility evaluation. The question asks their agreement or disagreement. Users have 5-point Likert scale with our related proposed process model. After I create the question, the sample group is people who have an experience in esports and distance learning. Moreover, the sample group should consist of relate individuals such as learner and instructor. We estimate the sample size using the central limit theory for this pilot study. This page is result of the survey summarized character of respondents. 46% are instructors and 54% are learners, and 10% have esports experience, and all respondents have experience of online education. According to the questionnaire, both instructor and student ultimately agree that incorporating esports concept into their learning would boost their learning efficiency by 86%. The researchers summarized the main value from each question. Follow the picture. There is an interesting point from the instructor score was an average of 3.89x. There are concerns when the game is used in the classroom without proper control, it leads to a negative outcome. In teaching, including distraction and physical problems, which should outweigh the benefits. According to Gaia theory, instructors should ensure skills are mental, coaching, management, and digital competency. Moreover, the course material or tools must cover into the digital version and needs proper preparation. The infrastructure is another control that the education provider must plan and manage to achieve quality and accessible learning platform. For example, the network device and application are standard set for all students. The regulator should be raised to control and reduce the risk as time consumption and restricting role and responsibility for teacher, learner, parent, and providing. The slide is conclusion. The proposed model successfully integrates the distance learning platform, esports, and cognitive learning approach. It's accepted by the teacher and learner to create a better learning system in terms of participation, self-awareness, team member, critical thinking, and problem solving. Moreover, this model should be implemented to eliminate the burden of scoring during COVID-19. The process admission, voting, and ranking can allow the study enjoyment. The scenario-based is the best solution for touching, exploring, and improving fundamental skills. However, a coin has two sides. The governance mechanism is required to create usefulness among all practice and sustainability. Thank you, everyone. If you have any question, I will be happy to talk to you, and you can contact me follow the email in the slide. Thank you.